How's it going, internet? I hope you're having a lovely day. It's that time again. It's time to get into some animation. It's time to get those creative juices flowing. Time to spark up that imagination. It's time to get inspired. And today's inspiration comes from Joe Shuster. And if you're not familiar with his work, look right over there. He is pretty much the creative, illustrative portion of creating Superman. He and Siegel created him, and he's just got this lovely style that is definitely iconic throughout all of his work. This whole 20s to 40s kind of a style that he has that's just really iconic to Superman. It's those nice crisp and clean lines and a great work. I'm just a big fan of his. Superman's one of my favorite comic book heroes as well. I mean, you can definitely see that, you know, a lot of the newer characters have a different style of storytelling behind them, but I love this iconic illustrative style of the early Superman comics. It just seems so natural and so of its time, and I personally like this era. Also, the Death of Superman era are the two strong points in my personal opinion of when Superman was just been at its best, at least illustratively wise. That's when I've definitely resonated with it the best. But yeah, just some great, and he's also done some other stuff. If you check him out on Google, you can find some of his other work that may or may not be super kid friendly, so beware of that. But anyways, I wanted to share a quote with you that I found that really resonated with me, and that was, I took a lot of pride in my work, and I hated to do a mediocre job. And I think that's something that, as a creative person, we have to, in order to be successful, you gotta take pride in what you do. You gotta, like, put that extra little bit in and not be satisfied with just being like, whatever. I mean, obviously there's time constraints and things with different jobs that you're going to take that you can't maybe always put in those labor of loves that you may want to, but always try and put that extra little bit of polish in it that you can just like put your name on it, stamp it, say, you know, this is me, this is something that I believe in, and not just be okay with doing the minimum of stuff that you're passionate about. But yeah, I'll go ahead and link some stuff of his down below if you guys are familiar with him. And definitely check out this Funny Man comic series. I was looking through that a couple nights ago, and it's really great illustrative drawings. And yeah, so that being said, let's go ahead and delve into our animation for today. And this is the Dumbu rig. It's a free rig you can grab over at Creative Crash. And I will, again, like always, link it in the description below. It's a little dark in here today. Let's see if we can get a little more light. There we go. It's a little better. So that being said, let's go ahead and delve into here. If you're not familiar with this series, what we'll be doing for the rest of the video. So we give ourselves 48 frames. That's 2 seconds of animation. And I go out and I find a different rig that I can share with you guys every day, and then we see what we go from there. I'll have a little bit of instruction, a little bit of just kind of looking at the process, hanging out, kind of looking over my shoulder while I animate. Probably talk about different creative things, and with getting a different rig every day, we usually come up with some different obstacles to overcome or different approaches to a shot as well. So that being said, I keep saying that today, I don't know why, it's stuck in my head for some reason. For this one, I was thinking what might be fun is to try to do something kind of Superman inspired, where you have him kind of cradle to resting, build up power, and then shoot up and fly up in the air. I thought that would be kind of fun to do. We gotta do it. I mean, with 48 frames, I don't know if that's going to give us a ton of time to really get into there, but we'll see. We'll have to come up with something good here. Let's do this here. So let's go ahead and build that storytelling pose here. And there's like a kind of iconic getting ready to blast off style Superman pose that he sometimes gets into, so we'll use kind of that idea for a little bit of inspiration for our shot here. And let's do some ball rotate here. And let's pull this over a little bit more. And bring that down. We'll grab all these little units on the chest. And rotate C instead of rotate X, kind of offset it. Pin that down, rotate that back. Rotate the neck controller down. And then we'll pull the head kind of up a little bit more. So like that. Figure out what we're going to do with arms here. We're going to stretch all the way. So let's see, do we have a shoulder controller? It's a clavicle. That's what we're doing over here. Pull that down a little more. I guess we could make it kind of a fist so that we don't have to go all the way down on the ground with it. Let's see, is this the fingers? Right. Let's go curl. Let's go with the second part of them. And again, we're just kind of doing one of those storytelling poses here. And let's pull that out there. Give it a little bit of rotate this way. With the fingers, so they look like they're pressing down there. Let's grab that index, push it out there, and take the tip and make it feel as though it's pressing against the ground. Let's see, something more like. Let's take the middle. Push the tip out a little more. Maybe we'll just lift it up a little bit more so you don't have to keep them as outward. I'd like to be able to spread that index. Let's go over to the other side here. And again, we're just kind of building in that storytelling pose here before we get there. And this is going to be one of those times where we do more of a pose-to-pose style shot than straight ahead. And again, we're still going to work fairly straight ahead, but it's going to have definitely want to walk in a couple of really key poses here, because this isn't a typical kind of walk. And let's go pull this thumb down, get a little more relaxed here. Chest in a little bit more. Maybe we'll tip the head up a little bit more here as well. Oh, it's going to get dark in here. Alright. It's a fairly good start to here. So let's go ahead and just make sure we have only our nerve curves, nerve surfaces, and polygons selected. Let's change our frame range from 0 to 48. And again, we might tweak that around a little bit more since this isn't going to be your typical how we usually do stuff. It's going to be more pose-to-pose shot. We might switch around the frame range for how long we take with this. And let's go save our file, Control S, and we're using Maya 2014. And we'll go ahead and set a key on that first frame. Alright, now let's start building in the rest of our animation here. What I want to do is do a little bit of a prep or an undershoot, which is just going to be kind of an exaggeration of that first pose. So we're kind of working within that same pose, but we're giving it a little bit of movement in there so it doesn't completely lock off. Again, go here, and we'll switch up the timing a little bit with this, but we're kind of going to sink into a couple of little poses here, and we'll go ahead and display there a little bit. Okay, so let's kind of look at that. And we'll set a key there. So we've got first key, second key. And then let's go ahead, and then we just made sure we selected everything and keyed it all again on 6. And sorry, my phone just buzzed. Okay, just making sure it wasn't something important. And then we'll go to like 18. And then we'll kind of create this. Obviously won't take us that long because that'd be really slow. Something where he's still kind of dragging down. Let's maybe even go a little bit more and a little bit forward as well. And we'll drag the chest a little bit more. Swing the arms in a little bit here. Get that really big drag. It's gonna be a little bit higher as well. Maybe we'll scooch that foot in a little bit so there's a little bit of slide there. And this is again more of one of those more pose-to-pose type of shots. What we're doing here, so we're just locking in our main kind of keys here. And drag these out again, so we're just going to 0 out again. So there's some drag in those fingers. We might tweak this stuff up into key that. I'm going to go into short amount of time. And now we're going to forward, rotate that, offset it. So it's looking forward. this hand. Looking forward a little bit more. Definitely going to pull that off. Let's kind of walk through there. Intersecting through the head. And this other hand we could do a bend there. Try and get it as straight as we can without going through the head. So let's kind of watch that now. Play with the timing a little bit here. Let's go Window, Animation Editor's Graph Editor, and before we go anywhere, let's go ahead and make sure we lock in all those keys for right now for what it is. Let's play with the timing. Let's hold 1 through 6 for an extra 6 frames. This is going to be shorter, so let's shorten it down by about 30 frames. Maybe one more frame here. One more frame there. Oops. Let's go ahead and do one more here. Actually, let's screw this guy as well. I feel like that one could be 1 frame sooner, so it's got to see it now. It's probably a key there. There, and have that be a little bit longer. first, and we'll definitely clean that up because there's some. Should we just do the lift off for this one, or should we do a little bit of a hover? We can just do the lift off. Grab everything. Make sure we block it. So then, give us 2 more frames there. Another frame there, another frame here. Just trying to set the timing up. Okay. Now let's check and translate Y here. Make that a real nice transition here. It really feels like it's shooting up and not easing into it. So maybe we'll even go a little bit more like this here. Feels pretty good. I think I want this one to move a little bit sooner than the other. So I'll go ahead and bring that on. So like that. Yeah, this needs to be a little bit further. Like that. there's a little more slowdown in the translate Y. So maybe what we should do is just bump that off forward a frame. Go a little bit faster. Still feels like it's a little slow, so we're going to give it 1 frame less. Maybe we'll take the rotate on the neck. Yeah. Let it kind of overshoot a little bit. Because we have it just locking off right there. So key that there. We just need to rotate that up. And let's go ahead and have the neck, head and the neck delayed a couple of frames, so keep those there, hold that for about 2 extra frames. So not so much. So that there. And give it a couple more frames there. Maybe we could push the head forward 2 frames. So the head kind of almost leads the movement. I'll feel a little better, I think. One thing that's kind of bothering me is how that arm elbow locks here on this side. So maybe we could even drag a little bit there. corners as well. Block them down a little. Not too much sliding. Let's grab mirrors and everything. Hit there. Make sure we can get this pose in the camera here. Maybe we should drag a little more. And this one as well. Just so we don't have any big pops and spacing there. We can milk this starting a little bit more. Another from there, another from there, another from there. Why did this hand start going there? Let's give us 2 more frames. Let's go back to what we had before then. Should we lock it down there? Maybe we should do that before. Let's see if we can go back in now and add that extra frame. A couple of frames that we wanted. Let's see. Dragging that hand if we can. A little bit of arc. Alright, kind of like this camera angle, so let's go ahead and save our file. We haven't done that in a while as well. And let's create a new camera here. And look through camera 1, just so we can go back to that original camera. And let's take a look at the second hand here. Get a little bit of intersection there, so let's go ahead and to make sure keep it up there. And rotates there. Let's look again at the translate Y, figure out why it's constant there. Alright, let's go back to restart it out. Let's hold off on this float by a couple of frames there. So let's go 2 frames, 1, 2. And yeah, I think that works pretty well. We could definitely go in there and tweak a bunch more stuff, but I think the idea works for what we're doing. And let's maybe lock in that hand a little bit more on the other side there. There's a little bit of a dip down. a little more exciting. Let's throw a perspective again, just to end up some variation of that leg here. I think that works out alright. So let's take a look back at where we started today. We're looking at Joe Shuster, the one of the two amazing creative minds behind Superman. And what he said today, or what he said in an interview, was, "I took a lot of pride in my work. I hated to do a mediocre job, and I challenge you all out there and myself to take pride in your work and never do a mediocre job. Always try to do your best with whatever skills you have at the time and whatever situation you're in." So that being said, thanks again for watching. Thanks for all the likes and subscribes. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. A little bit of different variation from our normal kind of videos, but still kind of fun. And I think it was fun. I had a good time. So that being said, definitely, if you end up using this rig, share back any stuff you created so I can see all the amazing stuff you're coming up with. And same thing goes with any sort of medium you're working in. I'd love to see any sort of creative things that you guys are coming up with. I hope you guys at least get inspired to go off and create your own thing and feel like you have somebody there who's going through that same journey with you right alongside. So you guys take care. Have a great day, and we will see you for some more animation tomorrow.